Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Fikrat. This video is part of video tutorial dedicated to learning Microsoft Fabric. So in a typical data warehouse, you would classify tables in two groups on a high level. So facts tables and the dimensions tables. Facts tables are the ones that contain your factual informations, things like your sales. Whereas dimensions are the tables that describe your facts. Examples of dimensions could be customer information, where you would contain customer's name, phone, city, etc. Once you have classified your tables, then next question in regard to dimensions will be, do you want to store your change history to your dimensions tables? It's in many cases important to store your history of change because, for example, if you have customer information, that customer's certain attributes can change over time. For example, he may change his city or phone or some contact information, and from reporting perspective, it could be important to track all this change over time. The term slowly changing dimensions you may have heard in past classifies dimension tables to few groups, depending of requirement to store historical change. For tables that require no change, these tables are called type 1 dimensional table. So this would usually be simple dimension tables where you either do not expect change, so basically the changes are very rare, or you don't care about this change from reporting perspective, right? So these tables are very easy to build. So next classification is the type 2 dimension tables, which allows you to store historical change in a vertical shape by adding different version to the end of table. So basically, each time your dimension change, you add a new version in your table, and then you will link these different versions to different rows in your fact tables. There are more slowly changing dimension types, but they are less common, so I will not spend time on describing them. Here is an example of type 2 dimension table where you have business key, or it's also called natural key, which is originated from your source table. Then you have source attribute, dimension attributes, and as you can see from this example, these attributes can change over time. So in this example, customer John used to live in Toronto, and at some point at March, he has moved to New York. And during this March ingestion to my lake house, I would add two columns here. So basically, I will first expire the previous version of the rows by ending it at today's date, at ingestion date time, and then we'll introduce new version of the rows which start its life from this ingestion moment and goes to future. Type 2 dimensions also would contain so-called surrogate keys, which is generic key that's generated during your ingestion to lakehouse. So surrogate keys will be your unique keys identifying each row, and even though some of the customer IDs could be same, so in this case we have two rows with same customer ID, your surrogate keys will always be different, so that will be unique. Okay, now let's talk about the relationship between fact and dimension tables. For tables that are considered type 1 table that do not contain any historical data, this is simple linking model. So basically you include business key inside the fact table that will point to dimension table, and that also will serve as a foreign key, right? So very simple link model. how will you build relationship for type 2 tables? So this is recommended way of building type 2 dimensions relationship. So in this case, we are building this link based on surrogate keys rather than natural key. So you can see we have added customer key here. Although we have business key here, the link is done through surrogate key.